I'm an Oath Keeper by heart. I support the Oath Keepers because I support the Constitution, and that's what I.
Well, wait. What do you mean you're an Oath Keeper by heart? What does that mean? As opposed to just being an Oath Keeper?
No, I don't join I'm not an active member. I didn't join the actual organization.
So wait, you're not an Oath Keeper. You're just pro Oath Keeper.
I support their cause.
Okay.
Yes, I support their cause. And guess
So
what?
you don't
Oath
really
Keepers
know.
are going to be between you and the federal government. When the federal government starts mowing down people in the street, the Oath Keepers are going to be the ones that stop it. It will not kill citizens.
Hold on. Now, Michael didn't have his headset on. Would you repeat what you just said that the federal government's going to do? They're going to do what?
When the federal government starts to put down rebellion by force, right?
When they mow people down in the
street,
street,
be the ones that are not going to shoot. They're not going to shoot at us.
Now,
they're not going to shoot at civilians.
Doug, why? Wait a second.
Ignore those orders.
Will you just you're leaped ahead a little bit here. So you're at the point where the federal government is mowing us down in this rebellion. Can you just that? How many years ahead? I mean, I imagine you don't know that there's like a specific date when that's going to happen. But can you go like 6 to 8 months or a year or two before that time when the federal government is mowing? Why are we doing that? Why are we? What is the context in which that happens?
Because eventually there has to be some rebellion against progressive tyranny. It has to happen, like what Obama did with this executive order.
Well, wait a second, Doug. Now hold on for a second. Hold on for 1 second. If you're saying that the progressive tyranny is going to be mowing down, they're not going to be mowing me down, right?
They're going to give us free lattes, tyranny. As a matter of fact.
But Doug, don't you think that I'm going to be on the other side? I mean, if this is progressive tyranny that's going to be mowing people down in the streets, and it's the Oath Keepers that are going to be standing in between them, what makes you think that they're going to be firing at me?
Because you're not going to be out there with any gun. You're going to be hiding behind a desk.
Well, I know, but it's going to be. I'm going to be one of those progressive. Do you think that we're secretly on your side or something? I mean, don't you realize that, like, if we start to oppress people, like, I'm going to be back there. I'm going to be at a desk. It's going to be a huge desk, and I'm just going to be hitting buttons, just going, boom. Let's take out Doug. Time to bye, Doug.
Oh, I wouldn't take out Doug.
No, I wouldn't take out Doug.
Come on.
Doug, you know what we would do? I would take you to a re-education camp.
You're over dramatizing my point. The point is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a second. I'm sorry. Did I over dramatize when you said the federal government's going to be mowing us down in the streets? It's the Oath Keepers that are going to be. Well, yeah. Give me the less dramatic version of that.
If we get a Democratic if Hillary Clinton becomes president, that will happen. That will start to happen. Yes.
What do you mean by mow down?
We cannot survive another Democratic president. We cannot survive.
Well, what do you mean by mow down?
America,
you mean like actually shooting?
President. The only thing that's going to save us is either Cruz or Trump. That's the only thing that's going to save America.
Okay.
Cruz
so
or
all right.
Trump.
So wait a second, Doug, you seem pretty knowledgeable about this. All right, so walk us through this. Hillary Clinton is elected president because of the liberal media, presumably, right? And or maybe it's all the.
Oh no! Because the dead people, felons and non-citizens are allowed to vote.
Okay.
Cancel out my vote.
Of course. So the hordes of illegal immigrants who they're going to install Hillary Clinton, and then so walk me through this. What happens at that point? The federal government starts to mow people down in the streets, or what is that? I mean, just walk me through a little bit of what happens. Give me a sense of this, because look, you have an opportunity to change people's votes right now too.
Hillary Clinton's just going to impose more progressive tyranny, take more personal liberty in the free market way, just impose more progressive tyranny. Eventually there's going to be more rebellions. What's happening in Oregon is a kid's game. They're not going to. There's no violence that's going to happen out of that. What's happening in Oregon is going to be settled peacefully, and not one person is going to get hurt. Unlike Black Lives Matter or the OWS movement, who destroy property, fight police in the streets where cops have been hurt. That's not going to happen in Oregon.
That's because there are no actual stakes to what the people in Oregon are doing. Why do?
Well, first of all, I hope you're right, Doug, and certainly.
No, it's called ideology. The anarchist thugs of the OWS movement, the progressive movement, your socialist thugs, they're the ones that are doing all the violence. The reality is our side is not doing the violence. Tea Party members and Oath Keepers are loved by the police. Loved by the police.
The word thugs has
well, how do you explain?
connotations.
I'm sorry. What's that?
Using the word thugs is not furthering Doug's cause. Doug, sorry.
Are you?
It has a racial connotation.
Now, wait a second. Are you suggesting in some way, Kelly, that because Doug just sort of almost made a completely non sequitur in raising Black Lives Matter, that in some way it reflects on his racial attitudes?
Yes. I'm just advising him on how to clearly.
Oh, that's a cheap shot, Kelly.
Hey, Doug, I'm just advising.
You do that to Doug.
I'm just advising you on how to clearly express yourself, and maybe that isn't your viewpoint.
Doug,
you know.
Doug, I'm sorry, I can't help myself.
Remove that
Doug,
progressive beam out of your eye and out of your ear. You can hear better and see better because I'm
A
far
beam in
anything
my
far
eye?
from a racist.
It
You
is
guys always
pretty
do that
intense.
crap.
I'm not
You always
calling you
throw
a
in the race
racist.
card to shut down the debate.
I'm not calling you a racist.
she was
You
actually
always
just
do that
giving you
crap.
a
I was trying to
PR
help
advice.
you.
Matter
Yeah,
caused
PR
more
advice.
violence. Black Lives Matter is responsible for more violence than what's happening up in Oregon. That
They're
is
reacting
fact.
to
And
violence.
since
The
you
people
were
on the Bird Reservation aren't reacting too much.
Doug, I love you. I probably love you more than anybody else in this room. Can I tell you what your re-education job is going to be after we fully implement the progressive tyranny under Hillary? Because I've actually been put in charge of it. And I think you're kind of lucking out, buddy, because it could be a lot worse. You want to know what it is?
What is it?
You are going to have to teach Taekwondo to the children of illegals. A boom.